Hello guys, today we're going to see the topic of placement of direct and indirect objects. As you remember, the position of an indirect object in a sentence depends on whether it is introduced by a preposition. But if the indirect object is introduced by to and the direct object is a simple noun phrase, the indirect object follows the direct object. As you can see on the example, we have the teacher gave some difficult homework to his students. As you can see, the direct object is some difficult homework and the indirect object is his students. On the other sentence we have, if the indirect object it is not introduced by a preposition, it precedes the direct object. As the example, the teacher gave his students is the indirect object, some difficult homework, that is the direct object. Now we are going to see two sentences that we have here on the slide. The number one is the store offers sales to customers every Monday, and the second sentence we have the store offers customer sales every Monday. I will give you some time to identify the direct and indirect object in each sentence. Ready? Okay. Do you think the two sentences have the same meaning? Well, basically, yes, they have the same meaning. And number one, we have the direct object, that is sales, and the indirect object is customers. What is the difference between the two sentences? Well, the preposition to and the order of the objects. That's the difference. If you notice, the store offers sales to customers, and the second one says the store offers customers sales. For most verbs in English, including get, give, lend, offer, sell, send, show, teach, and tell, direct and indirect objects follow these patterns. Pattern A, we have direct object plus to or for plus indirect object. We have the following examples. You can send information to other shoppers, you can send information to them, you can send it to other shoppers, or you can send it to them. For pattern B, we have indirect object plus direct object. We have the following examples. You can send other shoppers information, or you can send them information. With verbs such as announce, describe, explain, mention, provide, recommend, return, and say, the indirect object cannot precede the direct object. Sentences follow pattern A above. It provides information about in-store sales to bargain hunters free of charge, and it provides it to them free of charge. With verbs such as allow, ask, cause, and cause, the indirect object precedes the direct object and takes no prepositions. Sentences follow pattern B above. It only costs Rick $2, or it only costs him $2. Now, I want you guys to look at the starting point on page 62 of your student's book and find more sentences containing both a direct and indirect object. And I want you guys to identify which pattern do they follow. Well, as you can observe, sentences that follow pattern A of the starting point activity, we have, do you always want to buy something new for yourself? And we have, I recommend wholesale clubs to everyone I know. And for pattern B, we have another two, that we have, members sell each other all kinds of stuff. And we have, let me give you a tip. Those two follow pattern B. Now that you have the idea of what placement of direct and indirect object is, you guys will go and complete your student's book, page 63. You will complete the sentences using the words in parentheses whenever possible. You will write the sentences in two different ways. I will give you the first example. We have many companies use cartoon characters to sell products to children. And another way that we can use it is many companies use cartoon characters to sell children products. This activity should be complete on your notebook, and you have to write your name with pen. Once you finish with your student's book activity, you will go to your workbook and you will answer page 43, activity 1 and 2. On activity 1, what you have to do is underline the direct objects and circle the indirect objects in each sentence. We have activity 2, you have to unscramble the words to make sentences describing the woman's shopping experience. Remember to answer your book activities with pencil and to write your name with pen on the center of the page. When you finish your workbook activity, you will go to your journal and you will answer the next question. Do you prefer shopping online or in stores? You have to explain your preference and you have to have 150 words. Okay, for today this will be the last activity and will be the forum. When you finish your student's book, workbook and journal, you will go to your platform and you will answer the forum. Remember that you have to complete all the activities in order to get your complete grade of the date. You must submit all your activities before 3 p.m. How you're going to submit it, you will send me a message with the images of your activities through your LBS platform. If you have any questions, I will be online from 8 to 2 and I will be responding all your questions.